Did you listen to Jeff and Professor Hamo in the morning? Here's what you
That's the hour, 7 o'clock on this tasty Tuesday. This is the time we do our sit-down one-on-one. And today, you need to listen up, especially if you know someone who has a relative or friend who is a cancer survivor. Or maybe you know someone who died of cancer. That's what we're talking about, because October, the month of October, is Cancer Awareness Month. Esther Nyawira Murage suffered from breast cancer, and she's lived to talk about it. Let's get those insights. If you want to call us, or rather tweet us at Koinange Jeff,
at Hamo Prof,
and the hashtag is always
Jeff and Hamo.
Umesa how Twitter yako ama?
Nilikuwa ngoja ndo isink.
Oh,
yes. You always give that room.
Oh, you sing.
Chiki.
Esther, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
Karibu sana.
Asante sana.
So tell us about it. When did you first discover you had cancer?
Okay, I discovered that was 2016. That in July. That is when I discovered I had cancer.
How?
Because my breast, the blood came out of my breast. And when I went to the hospital, I was diagnosed and they said it's cancer.
Wow. Did you seek a second opinion, or?
Yeah, I sought the second opinion because actually earlier the breast started problem earlier. Since I got my first child, I developed a problem called mastitis. Then the second child also I developed the same mastitis, and the third child. At the age of 20, I had a lump which was removed and it was not malignant. But now the most changes started 2007. So from 2007, I went for it. My breast had inflamed so much. So I went to the doctor and I was checked. They said that there are just normal changes. So I stayed another 2 years. And then I developed I would feel some lumps, but I would feel like there are so many when I touch my breast. So when I went and I was done a test called ductogram, and then they said my breast had a problem called fibrocystic. Then from there again, I stayed. 2012. Some fluid came from my breast. I was so scared because I had seen a lady who had said that her fluid came from her breast and she was diagnosed with cancer. So I went back to the doctor, and then this time again I was done another test, a ductogram test again, and they said that I had a problem called duct lesion. By the way, that time they didn't tell me, they just told me it is okay, it is just normal, it's just the fibrocystic.
Right.
Then from there, now 2016, it is now when the blood now broke, and I went to the hospital. They did a mammogram. Although from 2007 they had done a mammogram, 2012 they had done a mammogram, and now when they did this mammogram, now is when they saw that I had cancer cells on my breast. So if they
had diagnosed it earlier, would it have made a difference?
Yeah, it made a big difference.
Yeah.
Because I started treatment early, and it was easy to treat. It was easy to treat it before it gets now to other stages like stage 3 and 4.
Right.
Yes.
Okay, so were you shocked?
Oh yes, Jeff. You know, cancer, just the name cancer, you know, it is like it is baptized. It's death sentence. So the moment the mammograph technician told me that, Madam, you have cancer cells, I saw the end of my life. I saw my death. Actually, I even saw my coffin, and I saw people now burying me. That picture came. So, and I was so scared. I had so much fear. But later, after I composed myself, because when they did, you know, the way they did it, they did it, and they did another test called ductogram. Then they missed it, and then they called me again and did a ductogram again and mammogram. So now I was like, hey, when this cancer has gone up to what stage? So I took my, then later I was done a biopsy, which I took to Aga Khan. And then Aga Khan now, they said it was benign, and the problem which is there, it was ductal lesion. So when I went home, I felt, I have no cancer. So I told my kids, you guys, it's good, things are okay, I have no cancer. Then later, now the doctor said that they need to remove the, because I had lobulated lumps, so many lumps which are together. Then the doctor said, now these lumps, we just remove the lumps, and in fact it's not so a big deal, and then you go home. But when I went home, I didn't have money, so I called friends so that you can do Harambe. And then one of the lady told me, no, Esther, we are not going to do a Harambe first. I want you to seek the second opinion. So she gave me a number of a certain doctor, an Indian doctor. I went and saw that doctor, and that doctor also confirmed that it was cancer. So I told him, if I'm supposed to have this lump removed, the doctor said, what? No. You should not remove the lump. So the following day, I decided now, instead of going back to the doctor, that Monday, because it was on a Saturday, I went back to Kenyatta. I went back to Kenyatta and I talked to I went and talked to the radiographer and the same technician, mammogram technician. So when she saw the result, she told me, no, you have cancer, Esther, you have cancer. And these lumps should not be removed. So I went and I told the doctors, the ladies, I told them, please, just tell me if I have cancer. If I have cancer, I'm ready.
Yeah.
Please, yeah. Because tell me so that at least I can accept it and take my treatment along. Then from there now, I decided to have different opinions from different doctors. Actually, I visited almost 5 doctors. So to a point that even one Indian, because we sent my children sent a friend who saw it on Facebook. The wife had the same problem, so he said that we sent the report and the blocks so that he can send them to India. But the doctor was on air coming, so he came and I went and saw him, and he confirmed I had cancer. So now he said I should go to India, because now since the breast had a long history, now they can do a test called PET scan. So now that time now we did Harambe, and I went to India. And in fact, when I got to India, the way they do their machines, actually they diagnose other things and very early. So even they block some things, like if they see it is not necessary for you to go for a PET scan. So the doctor, because there they work as a team, and now they came and I was done different tests, so many tests, and they said they are not going to do a PET scan for me. They are just going to do something called B section. So I was done B section. I was taken to theater, and within 30 minutes, the piece is taken and is taken to the pathology, and the pathology reports back within 30 minutes whether the breast stays or it goes. So I lost my breast. The doctor said that breast is imekuwa rotten.
Right.
So it was removed.
One of them.
One of them. Yes. So I lost one breast.
And then?
And then now.
Has the cancer got? Is it malignant? Is it benign? Is it?
It was malignant. I mean, it was malignant. So they took the whole breast to the pathology after that, and then they said now it was not invasive, so they didn't have the need of doing the chemotherapy and the radiotherapy.
Yeah. So
the radiation. Now.
Right.
Yeah.
So when was this?
This was. I went to India in October, actually.
October.
Yeah.
So a year later. A year later.
Yes.
How are you doing?
Jeff, I'm doing fine, very fine. Now, except now the side effects of the medicine, because the drugs has a lot of side effects. But I would say you can see me.
Yeah.
I'm looking good and having a good smile.
Amen. They should see this.
I'm telling you, we have to take a picture.
Yes.
We have to take a picture because, like you said, Esther, cancer to many people is a death sentence.
It's that stigma. It is a big stigma. And Jeff, let me tell you, people are dying at home. And the many people who are dying people are dying at home more than those that have been diagnosed, and those because the moment they hear cancer, even others, they refuse to go for treatment, they refuse to take medicine. So that's why when I was walking my walk, I discovered how people are suffering and what is going on. So I decided, I told God, since I've accepted and I'm speaking it out, Lord, I ask you to help me so that I can reach those who are even refusing. Even others are refusing to go for screening. Because you know, when you go for an early screen, it's good because when it is covered, it's treated early and it is cured. So I decided to open a foundation so that I can even reach, because I want to deal even with the rural. Because imagine, Jeff, here in Nairobi, when the cancer awareness is advertised, we hear it, and even through friends and even through radios and this. At rural areas, that grandma, that aunt, that lady, woman there, maybe they don't even listen to the radios. So I decided I want to go to the rural areas, and as much as I'm doing it in the urban, I also do it at rural, so that I can tell people that cancer is real, and cancer can be cured, and cancer can be healed, and it is not a death sentence.
What is the name of your foundation?
To get out of the stigma. My foundation is called Esther Nyawira Murage Cancer. Breast Cancer Foundation.
How do people get in touch?
Now they can call my number.
You want to give away your number? You don't have a Facebook page, or you don't have any social media presence?
Okay, I have a Facebook, under still the same name, Esther Nyawira Murage. Yes. Good.
They can get in touch with you that way, because if you give away your phone number, you'll get all kinds of phone calls.
I'm telling you, like I gave it at Inoro last week when I came.
Yes.
But I'm telling you, Jeff, I helped so many people. I have talked to many people, and so many people have been helped.
Okay, so give it then. Come on, Beana. Beana Tena. Go on.
My mobile number is 0727 229 652.
0727 229
652.
652.
Yes.
Esther Nyawira.
Yes. Yes.
Unbelievable story. I mean, look, what kept you going? Because it took 5 times for you to be told, una cancer. I mean, it must be so discouraging.
It was so discouraging at first, but later I realized that I know there is God in heaven, and that the same God was there before I got sick, and when I became sick, and I realized He's still the same God who is there. So I gave myself strength, that knowing that there's God above heaven who heals. And by the stripes of Jesus we are healed. And I said, I'm going to take it the way it comes, and I'm going to be strong to fight this war. Because you have to be strong, and you have first to accept it. So I'm asking those people, maybe the ones who are suffering from cancer, first and foremost they should accept. Because it is just a disease like any other. It's only that it was baptized, it was baptized that it's a death sentence. Yes. And also I would urge the way sometimes some doctors break the news to the patients. It also kills them very fast, very, very fast. So, and they also need, when a patient is discovered with cancer, that patient, I think it's good to be given some counseling, at least to be told that this is just a disease, just like any other.
Sure. And there's some women who, when they get their breasts removed, they don't feel beautiful anymore.
We don't feel beautiful, Jeff. Like even me, when I was removed my breast, I felt like because I've lost an organ, and that is the beauty of a woman. So in fact, the first time it gave me some stigma, and I felt like now I'm rejected and I'm not wanted. But when I was in India, my doctor talked to me, and they are breasts, they are called prosthetic breasts, that you wear, and when you wear that breast, you still look beautiful, and nobody knows.
Correct.
Like me, if I tell you that I've lost a breast, do you see? I'm having my 2 beautiful breasts.
Yes, you are.
Yes.
And thank you for showing them to us. Wow, the sense of humor.
Yes.
What did your children think the first time you came back from India?
Before I went to India, they were still so scared because they didn't know whether I'm going to die.
How old are they, by the way?
Oh, yes, Dave, my children are big. My firstborn is 36.
Good.
The secondborn is 34. My lastborn is 30.
Wonderful.
Yes.
So they thought mommy
God.
was going to die.
They thought mommy was going. No, you know, but they really encouraged me and told me, mommy, because I went with my son, my second son. He was my caregiver. He's called Michael. And when I went to India, I told my children, here everything is fine. I'm being taken good care of. And there's a lot of counseling here. So you guys don't worry. I'm going to come out of theater fine and alive. And Jeff, you know, when you have that strength and courage, you conquer all.
Sure.
So I had that strength even as I was getting to theater. I had a lot of strength. In fact, even we went walking with my doctor to theater bed. She could not believe it. She said, you are the first person I've seen with cancer. So strong. Because I told her, why should I go on a stretch to all the way to theater? So there's a point that you reach, and then I got out of the stretcher and we walked holding. And she took me up to the bed, to operating bed.
What?
And she told me, here you are, where you are. We are doing our work. I got up and I said, God, I'm at your hands.
Oh.
The doctor is the doctor, but you are the God.
Yes.
So she's doing her work, you're going to do yours. So, and I went down, and as I walked up now, the first thing I did, I touched my chest, and I felt, oh my, big hole there. And I said, God, thank you. It's because I'm alive.
I'm alive.
Yes.
What a story.
Yes.
What a story.
Yes.
Esther.
Yes.
Oh, look, a lot of people are already tweeting in, huh? Ollie Moo, all the way from Calgary, Canada. They're listening to you from Calgary, Canada.
Yeah.
She's just asking a question. She says, at what age is it advisable for a woman to start doing a mammogram? Is it advisable for someone who doesn't have any babies yet to go for the mammogram test?
Okay, according to what I know due to my journey, mammogram mostly they are started at 40. From 40 years, but I think that would be a better question for a doctor. But I don't know whether the two, if you don't have a child, you can be done. But I think even if you don't have, as long as you're 40, you can have a mammogram done. Yes.
Pretty Kenyan says, such a touching story. My mother is a cancer survivor for about 10 years.
Yes.
Thanks be to God, she's still alive.
Yes.
Wow. Amazing, amazing story. So do women come up to you and do they say, listen, thank you for your story. I know someone, or I am a cancer survivor myself. Do you get a lot of those?
Actually, especially when I came to the radio in Oro, Jeff, so many people called me, so many. Others are going through like there's a lady who called me from Roiro. Actually, she had her operation, I think, about a month or 2 months ago, because even her drainage is not finished. And she told me that I encouraged her so much, and now she's even feeling well, and she's feeling like she's getting healed. I told her, you are healed already. The moment you get out of theater and you start your treatment, when you accept it, because this body you have to accept, so that it can now start accepting the healing.
Yes.
But when you start now thinking, now every time you're in your cocoon, thinking, now I'm waiting. Every time you wake up, you think like, I'm not dead. I'm not dead. So you need to have that courage of knowing that I'm living tomorrow, and after tomorrow, and the whole of the year. And me, I tell people I'll live more than 100 years.
And you're 50 now.
I'm 50.
She looks wonderful.
Yeah.
She looks wonderful.
And what are we doing as communities to add to the stigma?
The community, what we are doing as the community, first and foremost, is rejection. You see, when you start rejecting that person, because especially cancer patient, when you get sick, people would come, maybe even for that Harambe, and once they come and give you the money and you start your treatment, most of them, if they are not close friends, they disappear. And then this thing, as maybe now when you're walking, you're living in that environment, maybe they knew you. You know, cancer takes away everything. Everything. Cancer takes everything.
What do you mean?
It can take all your money, all your shambas, or because it's a very, very expensive treatment. So if now maybe you had another kind of lifestyle,
Yeah.
and now like now me, I lost a breast, and people know uleana matiti. So when that is one stigma. When you're walking, or even when you are going to the shop, or even when you are going to town, or you find now people they know you and they are seated somewhere. You start seeing now they are talking with signs, and that is a very big stigma. Very big stigma. Because even if they don't talk, behind your mind, you think, watu wananiongelea. You see?
Yeah.
So it's a big stigma. And then I urge people, even members of the family, please, when that person is diagnosed with cancer, give that person love. Love is fast healing.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, because the moment you give that person love and you give that person care, and you can also give that person palliative care. What do I mean by palliative care? You can also take care of that person even when to know how she's getting on the medication. Others, they even have sores at the backs because of their, when they are done chemo, most of them, maybe they're even up to stage 4. Ule mtu ataamuki, he's there, she's there, or he's there, and you find that you as a family, you are the first people to give that person love.
So they
every time.
Even them need counseling.
Even them, they need counseling because the victim and the affected ones, they go the same. They have the same feeling.
What about people out there, Esther, who cannot afford to go to India like you did? There are a lot of people who, rely on local hospitals and clinics, and
they can go to the hospitals and the centers which are there, which are dealing with cancer. And I'm adding first and foremost, if you're diagnosed with cancer, please, I think you should seek for different opinions. Because I have had many cases, especially now as I was doing my work, somebody is told you have cancer and you don't have cancer. Maybe it is just a fat or a cyst or just a lump which is not even malignant. But also cancer is becoming like a business. So imagine people, if you go to a doctor, we have very good doctors here in Kenya, but you find that some of them have taken cancer as a business.
Which is so sad.
Yeah, so there are doctors who are very genuine in this country, and we have very, very good doctors. Even the doctors who saw me, they are good doctors. But it is good to seek different opinions so that you can be satisfied. Yes. Yes, it's true, I have cancer.
Yeah, again, give the listeners, if they're just tuning in right now, give them your number again, 0727
0727 229 652.
0727 229 652.
Yes.
Esther Nyawira Murage, breast cancer survivor. If you hadn't gone to India, Esther, what do you think would have happened?
Doctors, but at least I had known that truly I have cancer. So the treatment that they were supposed to give me, already had known what treatment they are going to give me. So here is just let the patient know exactly what is going. Stop going around beating the bush. If it's cancer, tell that patient this is cancer. It's breast cancer, or it's cervical cancer, or it's lung cancer, whatever cancer it is, because there are so many cancers. There are 250, more than 250 cancers. There is sarcoma. There are many cancers.
Wow.
Give me that bag. Give me that bag. I'll show you.
In the meantime,
many cancers.
Yes.
And the doctor in India told me, Esther, I can see you can do something. So he gave me a book.
That is Esther opening her bag.
Yes.
Unajua hata shida yetu kubwa ni sisi tunapenda kuficha vichwa yetu kwa sana.
Yes, ni kama ile inaitwaje?
Unasikia unaumwa. Mbuni.
You know I know this.
Inaitwa nini?
Mbuni dry cleaners.
You have to go there.
That's how I knew it was an ostrich.
Yeah.
Mbuni dry cleaners.
Ostrich. Mtu anaumwa sahi miaka kama 5 anasikia kauchungu mahali lakini hajai kanyaga hospitali.
Denial.
Ukifika Kenyatta unaangalia unafunika pande moja.
Itakuwa sawa.
Ni kawaida yetu.
Yes.
Yes, we need
typical.
to talk to
the
people.
young guys should start going for early screening. You can do your self-screening. Like women, they can do self-screening, breast self-screening. You see, these are self-screening, self-screening
Techniques,
Yes. Then there is, even for you guys, men, you are having prostate cancer.
Yes.
Even men are having breast cancer. Yes. You can have a breast cancer. So, because cancer attacks every part except the hair and the nails.
We are doing screening as we speak. Wanaume.
I love this.
So what are we looking for?
I think lumps or anything hard, right?
The whole thing is hard. So unless I was born with a tumor.
You know, everybody has cells.
Yes.
Oh, well.
You all have cancer cells.
Tell me something, Esther. Sometimes some doctors have hinted that cancer is hereditary.
Some.
Right? And you have 3 daughters.
Yes. I have 1 daughter.
Oh, 1 daughter.
Yes.
Has she been screened?
Okay, she has not been screened, but I told her to go for screening. And in fact, now, since she has seen the mother, she knows it is important to go for screening.
Do you have a history in your family?
No. Actually, in my mom's family, we had not had any cancer history, but in our relatives, other relatives like aunties, we have lost some some relatives with cancer.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. Actually, in my family, close relatives, we have lost so far now almost about 5
people.
And there's one now so with throat cancer, my cousin, and we lost just my small nephew and niece. Also, it was a tumor.
Young.
And I think she was about 5 years.
Oh.
We buried her some months last year.
Tumor in the head.
Yeah.
The other thing that they talk about is lifestyle, Esther. Lifestyle. You know, our nyama choma and our alcohol and no exercise. And you know, we don't eat the foods that our forefathers used to eat, our grandfathers and grandmothers.
Yes.
The organic natural foods.
Yes.
We like fast foods. You know, chips and
Ndomaza sewage. Najua hizo ndio tunakula Nairobi.
Na kuku ile wapi?
KFC.
KFCs. Correct. No kienyeji. No.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
That's what they say, Esther. Do you agree?
I would say yes. It plays some parts. It plays some role in it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Like and also like now you can see here they say that tobacco is one. Yes.
Rudia tena.
Tobacco, alcohol, then also chemicals, the ones that are being spread, on our
vegetables
and vegetables
and fruits.
And fruits and then they tell us to live in health diet.
Yeah.
And health diet is now to stop eating those makukutis or makuku KFC. And
Yes.
sometimes you crave it.
Yes.
You have the craves.
Correct.
And if you have the craves, the doctor told me that it is not that you cannot eat them, but you eat them in moderation. Don't eat them every time. Maybe if you can eat once in a month and take a small piece, not the way you prepare those with the
once in a month.
And you see how more kopale amekanyanga.
Ile kuku inakuita personally.
Inakwambia kama
Inakuwa kwa dirisha. Ina dance ikikuita. Inakuitanga saa zile hauna kitu mfukoni. Ukiwa na pesa uona hizo vitu na nduma.
Yeah.
Lakini kama una kitu
Yes.
Zinakuita.
Yes.
How do you deal with that? Umesema ni kapisi moja kwa mwezi.
In fact, hata si ukuleka kukoma, lakini hii mwili ni mwili. Sometimes utakupatia mpaka utasahau umepata you have eaten the whole chicken unaenda kwa ile basket ya 1000 ile iko na so many.
No wonder.
Esther Nyawira.
No wonder. You should lazima tupigwe picha. Watu wamuone.
Kenchik, kenchik.
Ni kuku za kuzunguka.
And then they are advocating we do exercise.
Yeah, very important.
Very important because weight is a problem.
Yeah.
And then there is vaccination for young people, for kids nowadays. Girls are being given vaccination for 9 years and above. Maybe that one now when the doctor comes can tell you. Then thoughts, stress.
Yeah. How do you avoid that?
A lot of stress.
Ndegwa, landlord bado anangojea.
Yes.
Caretaker anangojea.
Yes.
Kuna
Then hygiene. Kunao lazima unoe vizuri hamo.
Lazima usafi.
Usafi ni kitu moja.
unajua wanaume hawapendi kuoga.
Unajua wanaume na maji. Kwanza sasa hivi kuna baridi. Nairobi. Huko kwa matatu unashindwa hii siwe jatuachi. Imenuka barabara mzima mpaka town.
And then now mostly know your body.
Right.
Know your body. So that if you see anything, any sign. Wacha kwanza kusema ati unaenda kuambia Jeff na Clyde hapa na nani ati unaona kaka kitu kalitokanga mimi ukafinyanga tu hivi na kanaenda na uchungu
na kanaenda.
Because cancer is a silent disease, very silent. In most cases that's why unaona it is being discovered when it is at a very late stage. And that's why we are telling people, please can you go for early screening. And ato ukisikia there's screening, there's a lot of campaign we are doing screenings and awareness. You come there, ingia hapo, wacha upimwe.
Na vile wakenya
also now there are diseases zenye zimetokea. Kuna BP, diabetes, arthritis, hizi maugonjwa zote. Unajua sasa ukikuja when you come there and you are pimwad.
Yes. Hey, you are pimwad.
Yes.
Hey, I have to say hi. Unashindwa utatoa hiyo lugha za gani? When you are Nairobi. So when you come there and you are pimwad.
When you are pimwad, they know if there is any signs, because even there is when you go to the hospital there is blood test, there is tests that they are called cancer markers that we do in the hospital. So there are many tests that can be done, and when the doctors the doctor is examining you, he will see maybe you have some signs, and from the sign he will know or she will know the test.
And you can go for these tests anywhere.
Yes.
Most hospitals.
You can go to any hospital,
even if
and you can in fact when you are discovered, the best person to see is an oncologist.
Yes. But what about ukiwa mashinani?
Mashinani, now that is the problem.
Yeah,
because mashinani,
Mandera.
the oncologists in this country ni wadogo sana. So even if you go to that district hospital which is there and it has no oncologist, a physician anafaa kukuangalia. Na akikuangalia akiona uko na shida anafaa kukurefer to a specialist. Yes. They should refer you to a specialist, whether it is now the oncologist. If he sees it is a cancer case, yes, that is the best person. Now from there you go for tests, or you can refer you for tests, and then when he sees the test, he can refer you to oncologist, at least a specialist. Because sometimes you stay with one doctor, maybe to know how to at the end, so zile imeenda, that is the time now anakuambia, do you know, I want to send you to another doctor.
And they keep referring.
So by the time you are being referred to that doctor, you have used your money.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you're half dead.
You have debts.
Marsha DX from Taxify says, Jeff, big up Esther and tell her she's giving someone hope to live today. I remember 12 years ago, I lost my mother due to lymphatic cancer. And he says she fought for 2.5 years.
What?
Pole sana Marsha DX.
Mwambie pole sana. Na mwambie Mungu yuko.
Wewe mwambie nakusikiza.
anaitwa nani? Masha. Pole sana, na ninajua vile unasikia. Na nakuomba tafadhali ujue Mungu yuko na Mungu amekupenda. Alikupatia mama yako after cancer for 2 years ukaishi na yeye. So just let it go. I know it's not easy, but let it go. Just pray so hard and get courage, and so that even you can also do counseling to others who are going through the same. Tafadhali, Mungu alipenda mama yako mbele yako. So please take courage, my brother. God loves you.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes.
Thank you, Esther. Thank you so much. Again, if you want to get in touch with Esther, if you have any questions, because she is a breast cancer survivor, having been diagnosed 5 times. Her number is 0727 229 652. Am I right, Esther?
Yes.
0727 229
Yes.
652. Gongu Kiadi says, I like Esther's attitude. Most patients die because of denial.
Yes.
Live long, mom. Anakuambia live long.
Thank you. I'm going to be 100.
You have 50 more years.
Yes.
Yeah, Vision 20K.
Yeah,
2068.
Yes. Mokira anasema the debate on cancer is quite
tutakuwa tunaulizana na Jeff akiwa na kamkwaje na huko.
Unajua lazima uende ucheze golf. Unafundisha hiyo kitu.
Tunafaa unifunze unaniita huko. Ananiambia
unamwambia aikujad.
Aikujad maze.
Guys,
Aikujad. Mokira anasemaje?
The debate on cancer is quite informative. I agree that we have the best doctors in Kenya. Problem is, if the disease doesn't kill you, the doctors will. Yes, maanisha nini? Ama ni kipesa. Because they will consume all your resources in inflated bills that don't add up.
This is so true, man. A lot of people have lost a lot of money, property, nini. Alafu wakakufa.
Hiyo akutupatupwa. Unajua pia there's a doctor who was saying you need practice in all these diseases. Sasa vingine hata hujakutana na cancer.
Esther, we've got 2 more minutes to go before the top of the hour.
Yes.
Give us some closing thoughts. Someone out there has either just been diagnosed or they know someone, a family member who's been diagnosed, and they are going through hell right now. What do you tell them?
I tell them to take courage, and also as they are seeking the medication, they should have a lot of love for the patient so that they can be able to take care of the patient. Let them also seek the different opinions, as I've said, and they will overcome it. They will overcome it. And I'm also urging the government of Kenya and to our President Uhuru Kenyatta. Cancer has become a very expensive disease. So we kindly asking our president if cancer can be free like it was done for HIV. I think, Jeff, we are going to eliminate this monster. Yes.
And you know, cancer does not discriminate.
Yes, it doesn't. It is for rich, poor, for the young and the old, for the powerful.
Yes.
Everybody, and also our county government, like our governor Mike Sonko. They should do something about it. Like now, us we want to do awareness, Jeff, but we don't have funds. We want to do those campaigns. We want to do those awareness. We don't have funds to do those things. But if we are helped and funded, we are going to reach those people even in the slums, in the slums, where other people cannot reach. Because it is us, we are in that shoe. We know how it feels. Yes, we are walking in the shoe. So because of the way I'm feeling because of my shoe, I want to go and check my sister, my brother. Whether it doesn't have to be breast cancer like me. As long as it is cancer. Cancer is cancer. And all those people, they need encouragement. There are some, they even don't have food. They go to the hospital, they are doing chemos, they have not eaten. They sleep in those floors of Kenyatta Hospital and other places. So please, I'm urging well-wishers, if they can help my foundation, I will be able to reach the people in the slums. and also at the rural areas.
That's right.
Yeah, because people are really, really dying.
Absolutely.
And if my president would want to invite me for a cup of tea or for lunch,
yes,
tuongee maneno zaidi.
Anaweza kukuinvite.
Yes.
Our number is 0727-229-652.
Yes.
Again,
Yes.
0727-229-652. Esther Nyawira Murage. The attitude alone tells you this woman is powerful. The strength of a woman to survive breast cancer and talk about it, and now she wants to help you out there. Shadrach Rono, you say, so informative, Esther. I have learned something from this. Esther, we thank you very much for passing by Hot 96 to tell us your story.
Yes.
And we hope that you can help one person out there
Yes.
who was losing all hope in life.
Yes.
And we're going to take a picture with you just now so that we can show people this lovely, wonderful, beautiful woman who's a living, breathing example
Thank you,
of a
Jeff.
real survivor.
Hey.
This is what we call...
Catch Jeff Koinange and Professor Hamo every day, Monday to Friday from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. only on Hot 96.